Hello everybody, today I want to talk about minimalism and media consumption. I think when it comes to minimalism, it's all really important to consider the resources that we have in this life. And I think these are time, energy, and also we have to spend some of our time and energy to earn some money to then have again time and energy for things we want to do. When it comes to media consumption, that is usually a thing that takes away a lot of time and energy very quickly without us really deciding to do that and without us really noticing or being able to change that. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I'm uploading videos twice a week about minimalism and sustainable living. If you're interested in these topics, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And now let's get started. I don't want to say you're doing anything wrong. I don't want to say there is a right way to do anything. But I think I'm not alone when it comes to not being happy with my media consumption. Especially since I try to live a minimalist lifestyle, since I try to live a life that makes me happy and that is like moving forward in the direction I want to go. I want to have an impact on this world, create things that are good for other people and the planet. And then on the other hand, I just think I consume too much when it comes to media, especially watching YouTube videos, watching Netflix, being on Instagram, things like that. As I mentioned, I think it is really important to think about how we spend our resources. And when it comes to media consumption, it's especially the time resource we are sometimes maybe wasting. And for me, it's not that I open my phone and then 3 hours later I realize I've been on my phone. It's not that bad. But still, I have the habit of watching YouTube videos every evening. So these are maybe almost 2 hours just used for watching YouTube videos. And I can tell you, usually after a few YouTube videos that are maybe educational, that are like having a good impact, that are inspiring, there are other YouTube videos that I watch that do not really add any value to my life. If we are entertaining ourselves every free second, or at least in the evening when we're tired, there is no free space for creative ideas. And I also realized that creating things can be almost as relaxing, but somehow I'm struggling with balancing these two things. I do think consumption of media, being on social media, watching YouTube videos can be entertaining, it can be really useful, it can be an absolutely legit thing to do. I like doing it and I won't stop doing that, but creating things can make me even happier. It has a longer and better impact. My mantra is consuming less, creating more, because I think that leads to a happier life for me. Now, I cannot speak for you, I cannot speak for anybody, but I think it's maybe a topic that we can consider when we talk about minimalism. Because usually when we try to live a minimalist lifestyle, we want to be really mindful about the things that are in our lives, about the stuff that we have here in our homes, about the people that are around us, about the clutter we have on our computers, about the newsletters we don't want to get that are still filling up our email inboxes, and also about how we spend our time and energy. And I have to say that if I would tell you my ideal daily routine, if I would tell you the ideal things I would want to do with my time, there would not be as much media consumption as there currently is in my life. I don't really know a solution. I don't really have a huge plan or method or anything that will change that, but it's just something I've been thinking about, because I do think that consuming is never as good as creating when it comes to making us happy, when it comes to making us fulfilled with life and with what we are doing currently, and with so many other things as well. I just think it's very important to have a good balance. I think it's good to consume. I think it's good to relax. I think it's good to learn more things, to be inspired by also just watching YouTube videos. I mean, I hope you want to watch my videos, and I hope they can be some kind of inspiring or helpful or anything like that to you. For me, it sometimes takes over. It's sometimes not really valuable anymore. And so I have to find the moment where I can cut that off. But I haven't really figured out a way to go into a creating mindset as fast and easy as I go into a consumption mindset. And I think that's just the nature of things. It's so much easier to just go on YouTube, see what videos are available, instead of being bored for a moment maybe until I have a creative idea that I could do. And creating, I mean, thinking, writing, cooking, gardening, doing every kind of hobby you have, even talking to people, creating just in the sense that something that is in you comes outside and can maybe contribute to this world, can maybe also have a positive impact of some kind. Creating is also, if you're handcrafting things, you can, I don't even really know how to define that word. The more I'm thinking about it, the harder it gets, but I think you really know what I mean. It's just being active, taking something from the inside to the outside instead of consuming where we are passive, and just taking in things from the outside inside. And I think even reflecting about the things from the outside that you take into yourself is creating in some way, at least if it's leading somewhere. So even thinking, even doing nothing can be a creative act. But I realized that I find myself reaching for my phone, distracting myself, watching things all the time, so that I don't even have that time to just think about things, because that is harder than just consuming, and that is somehow really sad. And I don't want to have that. So I am struggling a bit because I'm not okay. I'm not satisfied with the situation right now that I'm in. And I don't think a huge plan or method would really help me, but just the mindset that creating is going to be more fulfilling is maybe helping me. So I do try to just put away my phone, always prioritize creating over consuming. And I still watch YouTube videos, and they are still inspiring me and helping me. And it's nice to consume things once in a while, or also every day. But I think I am the unhappiest when I realize that I'm consuming, that I have only consumed for a week and not really created anything, at least when it comes to the thing I want to do. Of course I have to work, of course I have to maintain a household, but when it comes to my free time, when I spend all of my free time apart from spending time with my family, when the time I have really to myself, when I spend all of that time consuming, it's not really making me as happy as if I take some of that time for creating, even doing yoga, thinking, just doing something for myself, going on a walk, whatever. Just being active instead of passively consuming things. And everybody can live minimalism as he or she wants, and you can live a lifestyle where minimalism does not play any role or does play a huge role. It is really up to you. But I think thinking about our consumption habits is something that can really help us also moving forward, because it has a huge impact. It takes up a lot of time in our days. It is something that can determine if we're moving forward with a creative project, with a business we want to launch, with any personal project we want to fulfill for ourselves. So what I try to do is really consuming less and creating more, because in the end, consuming does not so often have a positive impact on my life. On the other hand, creating almost always has a positive impact, and creating is most of the time really helpful, is helping me evolve and grow as a person, learning new things and moving into the direction I want to go. Even though I can't tell you exactly what the goal is or anything. I don't have an end goal. And actually I made a video about that, about having a goal or not having a goal, and that I sometimes do struggle with that, because I think it should be something you should have, having a goal, having a vision where you're going. And I will link you that video up here to watch next after this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I would be really interested in knowing what you think about this topic and if you are satisfied with your consuming and creating habits at the moment. And if not, or if so, please leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to see more videos, you can check out these right here. I've linked you a video and a playlist, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!